What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. Your boy Matthew Shack live here on Sash in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Um, Happy Sunday to everybody. Just wanted to come in, man, and see how you're feeling about your teams. Preseason is going to be over with this last game. If, it's going to come on tonight. But pretty much everybody else, except for those two teams, are done with the preseason schedule. And I just wanted to just chop it up with you guys and see how you guys felt about how your teams are looking, how you feel, if you feel confident going into the season with what you've seen with those three games. Um, First things first, man, salute to the Unfiltered Nation and the Unfiltered fam. What's going on with all y'all, man? I hope you guys are chilling, having a good Sunday. Um, I'm just relaxing. I didn't get a chance to smoke my Josh Jacobs' back cigar, so I'm doing that now because I damn sure couldn't smoke a cigar after the way that the Raiders looked against the Cowboys yesterday. That wasn't going to work. But I'm just curious to find out how you guys feel about going into the regular season. We have a bye week this week, and then next week everything counts, man. And I just wanted to just chop it up with y'all and see if you guys are confident based on what you're seeing. Um, by Tuesday, every team will be down to a 53-man roster. People are getting cut right now. People are getting called into the office and they're being asked to bring their playbooks to the office. If you get a call and they say, bring your playbook, that means you are gone, dog. That's what it means, man. And there's a lot of cats, at least that I've been looking at on the Raiders, that when they said the projected 53-man roster, there was cats that I thought should have made the team that ain't, based on what is projected, they're not making the team, man. And I'm just like, wow. Uh, so, I'll answer you guys' questions. But yeah, I looked at we know it's estimated, but there is some truth to it. I mean, there's players that aren't getting cut. There's players that are going to be there. All you got to do is pretty much look at their salary and look at their contract and how long it's for, and that'll give you a lot of those players. And then the players that are obvious. Then you got those bubble players, those guys that are on the bubble that you think, well, they could make the team, they might not make the team. But I just wanted to see what you guys thought, based on what you guys saw. I've been watching everybody, so any team that's coming on here, I could talk to you guys about it. But it's about to be for real, bro. It's about to be for real. All the excuses are going to go out the window. I don't want to hear anything, man. I always say this every season, bro. Hey, man, good luck to everybody. Good luck to every team out there, even the teams that I can't stand. Good luck to y'all. But when that football is kicked off, when season starts, there ain't going to be no well wishes for nobody. That ain't my team. Okay? We got another week or two to be nice to each other. Let's just look at this as the calm before the storm. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna be cordial. We're gonna be polite. We're gonna have common courtesy and all that. But when that football is kicked off, dog, it is us versus everybody. Whoever the hell it is, it's us versus everybody, dog. And I'm not taking any excuses at all. Period. Because you have to play. You have to, in spite of your difficulties and the things that you have to overcome, you have to play and you have to win. We're not accepting no mulligans. This isn't when you were playing Madden and your big brother was kicking your ass and you went and you reset the game because you were getting your ass whooped. There ain't no resets. Okay? There'll be no resets. Everybody can get this work. Everybody can get the smoke. Okay? Now, so I just want to make that clear, man, because I'm already hearing the little hum dibbity hum shit. I'm already hearing it, bro. I'm already hearing it. I'm hearing it from my team. I'm hearing it from the homies' teams. I'm hearing it. I'm already hearing the excuse train already pulling up to the station, dog. I'm already hearing it. So let me go over what's going on with the Raiders because that's my team. And anybody else on here from any other fan bases, feel free to tell me what you guys think about what you've seen, and I'll let you know what I think about what you are thinking about your team. As far as the Raiders is concerned, when I looked at the estimated 53-man roster, the majority of everybody on there I agreed with because it's obvious that they're going to be there. Okay, even people that I don't really particularly like, I know I'm smarter than that to know if you have a contract that's longer than a season, you're going to be there. And if it's a high-paying contract, you're going to be there. So all the obvious guys, not a problem. But the bubble guys, I saw something that I was like, man, I don't know if I like that. And it starts in that running back room. Okay? That running back room, we all know that the man himself, the best running back in the NFL, is signing his contract today if he hasn't already signed it on Sunday. That's today. Josh Jacobs. He's the number one running back. Then I looked at the other guys. I looked at who was on the list. Okay? Who's supposed to be in that room? There's supposed to be 4 running backs that are going to make the team on the active 53-man roster. And what I thought it was going to be, and it could still be, but this is what I thought. I thought it was going to be Josh Jacobs, Zamir White, Amir Abdullah, Britton Brown. Okay? That means Bolden is the odd man out. Okay? Brandon Bolden is the odd man out. Then we saw Williams get busy yesterday. Williams, number 34, was getting loose. He ran the 24-yard touchdown. So I'm thinking, okay, man, we can't have 6 running backs, man, but maybe make him make the practice squad. Like, I really like that guy. But when I saw who they said was going to make the team in the running back position, Britton Brown, out, gone. Okay? I'm like, wow, he's going to be out. And then they said Williams was going to be cut. Not on the practice squad. You got 16 players you can put on the practice squad. Cut. Gone, bro. I'm like, man, that guy was the only guy that was running the football halfway decently yesterday. Okay? It doesn't look like he's getting a roster spot, you guys. Doesn't look like he's getting a practice squad. He's going to be running the shit out of the football for somebody else. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Then when I started at some of the other defensive players, and I'm like, the way that those guys played yesterday, dude, they played horrible, man. It doesn't matter if it's third string or second string or whatever. Dude, you play up to your competition. It was second string versus second string, third string versus third string. And the quarterback yesterday for the Cowboys, what's that boy's name? Whatever that boy's name is. He lit us up for 305, dude. And what I found out about that, whatever his name, Greer, that's his name, Will Greer. Okay, I don't know how I thought of it, but okay. Will Greer, the guy yesterday who lit the Raiders defense on fire. It doesn't matter if it's second string, third string, 19th string. Those guys had on Raider uniforms on a nationally televised game, and they look like shit. Okay? Let me tell you about this guy, Will Greer. Will Greer was told before the game that he was going to get cut today. Imagine that, bro. He was told before he even suited up against us, you will not be on the Cowboys, bro. We just picked up Trey Lance. We're not going to have 4 quarterbacks. We got Dakota. We got, what's his name? Cooper Rush. I'm talking about the Cowboys. And then they got Trey Lance. So the dude that lit your Raider Nation, the dude that lit your defense up whether it be second string, third string, or whatever, because there were some starters out there or some potential starters, or some nickel coverage backs who are going to come in nickel coverage that are going to cover people. That guy knew that he was going to be cut today, and he still lit your team on fire, bro. He lit your defense up. He threw for 305. He threw for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, no turnovers, and he ran for 2 touchdowns and had over 60 yards rushing. So that right there is even more of an indictment against the defense, bro. Okay, I think I got too much ash on here. That's even more of an indictment. So what's going on. I don't like who who I'm seeing on the 53-man roster. There's certain positions that I thought was cool. The wide receiver position is pretty. Oh, this is a cigar, dog. I'm not a blunt. I don't smoke weed. Okay? Salute to y'all that do, man. But I got my own vices, man. So, but the wide receiver position for the Raiders is pretty solidified. You know, um, who we're going to be having. We're going to have Renfro. We're going to have Philip Dorsett. We're going to have Jacoby Myers, and then we'll have who am I missing? Devontae, Jacoby, Myers, and there's and Dorsett. Those 4. We knew Philip Dorsett was going to be there because he's a Patriot. But they're going to cut Cole Sr. I like Cole Sr., dog. Cole Sr. is a good possession receiver. Maybe he'll make the practice squad. Okay? And then DJ Turner, all these other dudes, all them other dudes, them guys that were dropping passes all over everywhere, those guys are gone. Okay? So the quarterback position for the Raiders, Garoppolo, um, what's his name? AOC and Hoyer. It doesn't look like we're going to have more than 3 quarterbacks either, though. Okay, so how do I feel about it? I feel pretty good, to be honest. I can't lie, fellas and ladies. I can't lie. I feel pretty good. Because why? Because Josh Jacobs is going to come back. Josh Jacobs, dog. You guys don't even understand how that whole deal went about. Okay, with Josh Jacobs controlling time of possession. See, my hope is this. I know the defense is not going to be. We're not going to be a top 20 defense, and that means we're going to be getting lit up. Okay. Here's how I feel about why I feel good about it. I feel good about it because Josh Jacobs is going to be time of possession. If we can keep that defense off the field, that will help us, bro. Based on how Josh McDaniels runs his offense, it's dink and dunk. It's little by little. It's not even chunks. It's just 3, then it's 3rd and 4. That type of that. If you look at, that's how he does it. If we can get 7, then it's like 2nd and 3. Then he'll do a dumbass play, and then it'll be 3rd and 3. And if we can get Josh Jacobs to get a first down and go down the field, bro, then we can do something. Okay, we can actually keep the defense off the field. The problem is, I don't believe that our defense can keep the other team from scoring. I don't believe that. I think that they're going to be giving it up like like a hooker on the track. They're going to be giving it up like that, bro. Okay, so if we can hold on to time of possession, we can limit our turnovers on offense. We'll have a good chance if Josh Jacobs can run the football effectively, and we can methodically go down the field. If we get the ball on the 20, they kick the ball off to us, or the 25, I should say. They kick the ball off to us. They fair catch it, or it's a touchback, and we start at the 25. If we can get at least 3 first downs and get down into the red zone and score a touchdown, then our time of possession will probably be like 8 minutes. That's pretty good, dude. Over the course of a game, if we can burn off 8-minute drives, 6-minute drives over the course of a game, then we'll be okay. Okay, as far as offense, but the defense, I don't believe that they can hold their water, bro. It's like a newborn baby asking a newborn baby not to pee in the middle of the night. Nothing you can do. You better put a diaper on his ass because he will pee in the middle of the night. And our defense will pee up some touchdowns because they just did. Okay? So, as far as I'm concerned, I'll read you guys' questions. As far as I'm concerned, dude, I feel okay offensively. I think we have enough firepower to, to score. When we get down in the red zone, man, I don't want to hear no excuses, bro. If Jimmy G's not punching it in, he's no better than the other guy from the year before. Any quarterback out there who does not punch it in, I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, it's the plays. It's always been the plays, bro. It was the plays last year. Didn't the former quarterback have to call an audible so we could win a game up there in Seattle in overtime when he saw what he saw and went against Josh McDaniels and called up the gut to Josh Jacobs for a 64-yard game-winning touchdown and got reprimanded for it after the game? So, Mr. Throw it where I want you to throw it at. Mr. Do what I tell you, Josh McDaniels, there ain't going to be no audibles. There ain't going to be no, oh, I see something, coach. So everything is on Josh McDaniels. Okay? Everything is on Josh McDaniels, bro. Everything. It's his offense. He's the one calling the plays. He's the one telling them who to throw the ball to. Imagine that, bro. There was times, man, when I played football, I was the third string quarterback. Okay, and there was a couple of times, man, at the end of the game where the coach put me in just to see what I would do, dog. And I'm telling you, bro, if you're not allowed the freedom to do what you want to do back there, it's very hard. It's very hard to be a quarterback if you are told, hey, man, get the ball to Meyer. If Meyer ain't open and you throw it to Devontae, he's going to tell you, what did you throw to Devontae for? Well, man, Meyer wasn't open. Oh, you should have threw it earlier. He was open. He was open for a millisecond. Throw the ball where I tell you. That's kind of... imagine telling a running back, hey, man, don't change field or don't bounce it out to the outside. I say go through the three-hole straight, and that's it. He ain't going to tell Josh Jacobs that. But as a quarterback, our quarterbacks are handcuffed. They're going to be handcuffed. So whatever happens with the offense is on Josh McDaniels. So when you hear me beating it, if we ain't doing what we need to do, and you hear me beating them up, I don't want to hear no bullshit. You don't get to control the entire offense. Because I don't know no coach that does that, man. I can't think of a coach in the NFL that won't give their quarterbacks the latitude to be able to jump into an audible, go through his progressions and go through his reads and pass it somewhere else. Okay? Now, Jimmy might be able to get away with it because he's Jimmy. All right? But I don't think them other guys are going to be able to get away with it. All right? So that's what I think about it. Our kicking game is straight. Our wide receiver core is straight. Our tight end situation is straight. Our offensive line looks like Brandon Parker is getting cut. He was the longest tenured player on our team. Looks like he's going to wind up getting cut because he's hurt. We need the roster spot. But I just wanted to see what you guys thought. Other teams, man, I could talk about other teams too. I pay attention to everybody. I'll just mention Dallas since we played them last night. I got my boy Dallas Cowboys on here just to show you my football prowess. I don't just talk about one team. I talk about every team if I want. Dallas Cowboys situation last night. Like I said before, Will Greer was told before the game that he will be cut. He is not making the team. They gave him the whole game for him to showcase what he can do, and he will get picked up. The way that he carved our defense, he's getting picked up. I don't know who he's getting picked up by, but I look at like, where could he go? He can go to Atlanta. Atlanta's quarterbacks is trash. He can go to Atlanta and probably start. Okay? Their running back situation, I know Tony Pollard didn't play, but a couple of those other two running backs that they had, I think he could do a little something. And then the wide receiver core, we're going to see what's happening. We're going to see who made it out of that. And then defensively, we all know Michael Parsons is one of the baddest cats in the league. And then you got Trayvon Mulray, not Trayvon Mulray, Trayvon, what's his name, man? The cornerback whose brother plays for Buffalo. I can't think of his name right now, but they're going to be okay in regards to that. Then who else can I talk about? Niners situation. Their situation, they got rid of Trey Lance. Trey Lance is now he's a project now. It's a project of Jerry Jones. And they did what they needed to do to get the pressure off of Brock Purdy. I think that was smart on, yeah, Diggs. Thank you, CL. I couldn't think of his name, though. And I think that they made the right decision for Brock Purdy because, psychologically, Brock Purdy is a sophomore in high school, or a sophomore in college, or a sophomore in the NFL. He needs support. Okay, he needs support. And Trey Lance was breathing down his neck. I ain't even lying to you. Trey Lance was like, "Look, I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna make this guy look bad. I'm gonna make him look as bad as I possibly can." Okay. Just waiting to see what they do with Nick Bosa, waiting to see what they do in regards to paying him, if they're going to keep him from not getting paid. Warner was out there flying around. Their defense was looking okay. But when they played us, they couldn't get anything done. But Brandon Ayuk, he out there, and we all know Debo is a bad boy. And then we haven't seen CMC. I don't know what the status of CMC is, though. I'm glad CMC wasn't running on us. CMC's going to act a fool. Then as far as Denver, who we play, first game of the season, my boy Dr. Van on here. I know Jerry Jeudy had a pulled hamstring. I don't know what his status is. But you guys do got a lot of wide receivers, man. Your wide receiver situation is looking pretty crispy. Your running back situation is, if that, I don't even think your running back situation is even worth to talk about. But I know why you thought you wanted to get Josh Jacobs, but hey, it is what it is. You're not getting Josh Jacobs. I already told you that, Doc. It wasn't going to happen. Russell Wilson, he's, I don't know. Russell can pull a rabbit out of his ass. I think he's gonna show up pretty soon with a few games, but then I think he's also gonna show that he's not who he used to be. Defensively, Patrick Surtain too. I like him. Nice young cornerback. And Dr. Van said Broncos have good running backs. Who are they, bro? I can't even think of who they are. I know it ain't Melvin Gordon. I know it ain't Melvin Gordon, dog. I know that. Okay. I can't even name your. If somebody says, "Shaq, give you $1,000 to name the Broncos or running backs," I couldn't do it. That's just be $1,000 I couldn't get. Okay. So we'll see what happens with the Broncos, but we know you guys are going to go 0-7 against this, man. Over the past 3 years, you're not beating us. It's not happening. Okay? Maybe with Josh Jacobs not there, but with Josh Jacobs there, we're going to control the ball, bro. Chargers, like I said, I watch everybody. Chargers, we all know Herbert. We all know Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler's going to kill us, dog. Austin Eckler is going to he's going to destroy us, bro. He's going to destroy everybody, but he always plays good against us, man. It's a straight problem playing against him. Keenan Allen on their wide receiver. I don't know who their tight end is. I can't name who their running backs are. But defensively, we all know they got Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack. They got some good corners. J.C. Jackson played like dog shit last year, man. He came over from the Patriots, took all their money. I expect to get toasted. Devontae's going to eat his ass for lunch. Devontae's going to definitely eat. He's going to eat against the Chargers. Jacobs is going to eat against that defense. As long as his ass is running between the tackles and shit, we'll be all right. But if he tries to hit that edge, he's going to have to hit that edge, bro. I'm expecting him to be fresh. I'm expecting him to do what he needs to do. Dicker, the kicker, they got a good kicking game. That kicker's pretty good, dog. He ain't no Daniel Carson, but he's pretty good. As far as us is concerned, you're right, Shabazz. Max is going to eat, bro. It's going to be real sweet for Max. Chandler Jones, he's got to produce, bro. He can't keep stealing game checks. He can't keep stealing game checks. Can't keep doing it, dog. No more excuses for that dude, man. I don't want to hear shit. Okay, he's gonna have to do something. And then of course Kansas City. Kansas City's already looking like a well-oiled machine already. You know, we all know the ducktail Patrick Mahomes. We all know Travis Kelce. We all know that what's their running back name over there, man? I always get those guys mixed up, man. I can't think of his name right now. Maybe CL can help me. That guy. And then defensively, I don't know what's going on with Chris Jones. I don't know what's going on with Chris Jones. I don't know what's going on with Chris Jones. I don't know if he's contract dispute. I don't know what's going on. I didn't see him play, but Chris Jones is a problem. Chris Jones is always a problem for us. Hopefully, he'll be an issue. He'll be an issue with Meyer. Maybe Meyer can get out in space. You know, Meyer ain't running past nobody, but if Meyer can, his hands look pretty good yesterday. I think he did drop a pass or two yesterday from AOC. But we will see on that. I'm just going to the top of my head, you guys. Dolphins, their situation. They got Waddle. Well, isn't Waddle hurt? I think Waddle's hurt. I think Waddle got hurt. I haven't heard if he's back yet. You know, of course, they got the cheetah out there. Tua Tagovailoa, Xavier Howard. You know, they got Pacheco. Thank you, Chris. My boy Chris Lynn is always going to help me, man. Pacheco. That's the guy we couldn't think of, dog. Pacheco's a cool little scat back, man. You know, he's a problem somewhat. I don't think he's going to get 100 on us, man, but he'll get 60 on that defense, on our defense. Like I said, Miami, they're a team who I'm going to be watching. The Jets right now, they got a lot of hype. You know, of course, they got discount double check, Sauce Gardner. They got Dalvin Cook. I don't know about their receiving core. I know they got a lot of receivers. They fly to the ball. They're young. They fly to the ball. So we'll see what's going on with them. Texans, it's going to all be about C.J. Stroud. I don't think C.J. Stroud is going to start off very good. I'm not expecting much from them. I'm not expecting much from Bryce Young. They both look shaky. But Bryce Young is not really. I think it's going to be more pressure on Stroud than Young. I think everybody knows that Young isn't going to have to do anything. You know, these guys, I respect the fact that they're rookies and they're getting thrown to the fire, but that's why I don't want AOC out there as much as a lot of people at Raider Nation want AOC. I don't want AOC. You saw what happened. AOC played 3.5 quarters, dog. He did not score a touchdown. He was in the red zone all those times and couldn't get it done. You know, and we understand who was out there. We understand you didn't have Devontae Adams and you didn't have this guy and you didn't have that guy. But at the end of the damn day, dog, dude, that guy, he's not ready. There's nothing wrong with not being ready, bro. There's nothing wrong with not being ready. I don't know why people get mad at me because I say he's not ready. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with not being ready, bro? If you're not ready, you're not ready, dog. What's wrong with that? Okay? Shit. All right? You're not gonna, they put you on in the box truck, bro, the first day. Shit. That doesn't mean that you're gonna be driving every day. Shit, you gotta get your CDLs and shit, dog. Well, maybe not the box truck, but shit, if you're gonna drive the 18, you got to get your CDLs, dog. Like, hey, you might be able to drive the shit out of it, but you're not qualified to drive on the roads on an 18-wheeler. Well, AOC showed yesterday. There's some things I liked about him. I liked the fact that he was poised. He looked like he was trying to win. He was out there trying to play. But he did have some errant passes. He did have some passes that was way too damn high, and he did have some passes that were on the money that these guys dropped. But I don't want him out there, dog. That's the best quarterback talent we've had in a long time. I don't want him ruined, man. I don't want him ruined this fast. Now, why do we got to ruin somebody in the first couple of games? You know? So we have that. What other teams can I talk about, man? Who else can I talk about? Just off the top of my damn head, just going through it. The Rams here in LA. It's a lot. I see a lot of Rams stuff because I'm in LA. Rams ain't gonna do shit this year. Rams look bad. Look bad, bro. Whose house? Rams house. They look bad. Some of my Rams homies, I talk to them, dog. They're not even expecting anything. They're not. They're like, dude, we're not even expecting nothing. A lot of my Rams homies are saying, hey man, they probably be last in the NFC East. I mean NFC West. Excuse me. I don't expect to see much from them. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp is going to get loose. We know that. But I don't expect much. You know, of course, Aaron Donald's the baddest defensive player in the league. He's gonna eat, but I don't think it's gonna be too much trouble for them, dog. Okay. Then Pete Carroll and them up there in Seattle. Geno, comeback player of the year last year. We're gonna see if that was a aberration. But he doesn't have a lot of pieces there. But he played well without having anything. I think he played pretty good. Cardinals, Kyler Murray, he hasn't suited up. He came off an injury last year, late in the year. I think Kyler's going to struggle. I think Kyler Murray's going to struggle, bro. I think he's going to struggle. But we'll see. Don't expect a lot from the Cardinals, but every once in a while they'll lift their head up and look like they're going to do something. Like I said, I'm just talking off the top of my head, you guys, and then I'll read you guys' comments. I'm just talking. Like I said, I watch everybody. Pittsburgh Steelers look good. We got to play those guys. Okay. Kenny Pickett is a scary dude. Kenny Pickett, he has the it factor. That dude has the it factor, man. Okay. He's out there making plays. Pickens, he's out there making plays. TJ Watt on defense, he's making plays. Okay. They got a great running game. Okay. They got strong defense. They got Mika Fitzpatrick on defense. They're going to be a problem, dog. It's not going to be as easy as I would like it to be. That's a game that I'm thinking about going to, trying to figure out if I'm going to go to that. Patriots in the hoodie. That's another game. That's probably going to be the game I'm going to go to for sure. Because I got some friends coming from Australia and they want to go to the game that weekend. Mac Jones, Ezekiel Elliott. I think Ezekiel Elliott is going to have a decent year. I don't think he's going to have 1,000 yards rushing because I don't see them running the football that much. But I think he's going to be effective. I think he's going to play by the rules. I think Zeke understands where he is right now in his career. And if he blows this over here and he doesn't do what he needs to do, he starts doing he starts zeking out. If he starts zeking out or tweaking out, it's going to be, his career could be in jeopardy, bro. When you go to play for the hoodie and your ass is out there tweaking and zeking and doing bullshit, he better keep his nose clean, bro. Every player that had either off the field issues or they had character flaws like Ocho Cinco, Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, what happened to them after they left? After they left, it was curtains for those guys. Okay. But I feel pretty confident when we play them, we're going to beat them again. But I think Josh McDaniels knows what he needs to do. I think he plays up to playing against his daddy. Okay, because that is his daddy, bro. So it's okay to have a daddy. That's his daddy. That's Josh McDaniels' daddy. Okay, without the hoodie, Josh McDaniels doesn't have any coaching jobs. He has gotten head coaching jobs in Denver and Las Vegas based on him working for his dad. Okay, that's just facts. Okay, who else can I name? The Vikings. Justin Jefferson, best young wide receiver in the NFL. I think he's definitely going to eat. He's gonna definitely act a fool out there. Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins, but shit, Kirk Cousins, if he can throw the football anywhere near Justin Jefferson's going to catch the football. Their running game, they don't have Dalvin Cook. Their defense is suspect, but they might do something. Okay. The Lions is a young team I like watching. I like watching the Lions, man. The reason why I like them, they're not a good team, but they play hard and they have effort. And that's half of being a good football player. Half of being, just being a starter in NFL. Half of it is effort. Okay, the other half is talent, but effort can override talent. If you put in enough effort, you can override your talent. You won't be a Max Crosby, you won't be a Josh Jacobs, you won't be a Aaron, a Josh Allen or nobody, but your ass will be a starter, and you will be a consistent starter and possibly a Pro Bowl player if you play effort. Okay. Speaking of that, the Bills. Josh Allen has to win some games, bro. Josh Allen is starting to look very overrated. I like Josh Allen. Um, there was a time that I would have picked Josh Allen over Joe Burrow, but not anymore. Josh Allen has to win some playoff games. He has to get further into the playoff system. He can't just be playing like he's been playing. Okay. And then of course Stephon Diggs, wide receiver, defense is cool, pretty decent. Now let's talk about who's playing tonight. The Saints. One of my best friends is a Who Dat. Talk to him a couple of times a week. One week he wants Derek Carr. One week he wants Jameis Winston. It's like they don't know what they want to do, dog. But Derek Carr is going to be the starter. Alvin Kamara is going to be suspended for the first 3 games, so they ain't going to have him. And we're going to see what happens with them, man. They're going to be a team I'm going to be watching. But their division is whack. Atlanta's sorry as fuck. And all those teams in the NFC South is whack. You got Tampa Bay out there with Baker Mayfield. Did you guys remember Baker Mayfield? You guys remember how Baker Mayfield had 89,000 commercials and shit when he was with the Browns, and now he don't have any commercials? He might want to be an actor. If he doesn't get what he has to get done down there with Todd Bowles and them motherfuckers down there in Tampa, his ass needs to just go ahead and take some acting courses and start doing some sitcoms and shit. Okay? But we'll see what happens with them, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be excited to watch those guys. The Ravens are gonna bounce back. Lamar's healthy. We'll see how long that lasts. Okay, they got Odell Beckham Jr. We'll see how long that lasts. Zay Flowers, great young receiver that could take off the pressure off of Odell. You better not double cover Odell, because if you double cover Odell, Zay Jones is gonna eat. He's gonna eat, and he's gonna eat well. Who else did they get, man? They got some running back, man. I can't remember off the top of my who running back they got. Defensively, they're okay. They're pretty good. They're okay, but I think they're going to be all right. What other teams can I say? That's out there. What other teams can I say off the top of my damn head? Shit, that's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. I think I've shown my football resume. I think I'm pretty well versed on a lot of teams. Oh, let me talk about the Bengals. Bengals right now. Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow. Okay, Joe Burrow right now. He's another player. I mean, he went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, man, but he's going to have to figure out what he needs to do to get over the hump. Jamar Chase. Defensively, they're pretty stout. They're going to do some things over there in that division too. And I think that's pretty much it. Let me start reading you guys' questions, man. But I really just wanted to come in and, Melvin Gordon. Thank you, Chris Leonard. They got Melvin Gordon, but we all know Melvin Gordon is hit or miss, bro. Hell, Melvin Gordon, man, when he was with the Broncos those first couple of years, he was having a motherfucking 8-course meal on us. Well, actually, that's not even true. When he was playing for the Chargers, he was eating 8-course meals. When he got to the Broncos, he was eating Happy Meals and shit. Remember those fumbles that he had? And Dr. Van was fucking on suicide watch when Melvin Gordon was fumbling those balls when it was first and goal at the 1, and this motherfucker nutting up the football shit. And hey, so I'm not expecting a lot out of Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon is tainted goods at this point. Let's talk about Packers. Jordan Love, man, no excuses for Jordan Love. I know a lot of people like Jordan Love. Jordan Love has to produce, man. Jordan Love has been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for years. Now it's his team, and I did watch a couple of their games, and he would throw some balls that were good, and then he would throw some balls that weren't. So we'll see what's popping with him. And I think that Giants, okay, because teams are just popping in my head. Giants, Daniel Jones, he's another guy who's, you can't really rely on. Saquon Barkley, he's going to get loose as long as he stays healthy. Darren Waller's going to eat. There's going to be a lot of former Raiders that you're going to see that are going to play well. And then we're going to see a lot of people in Raider Nation hate. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be hating on former Raiders that are going to be balling. These guys are going to ball, dude. There's nothing you can do about it. They don't play for a team anymore. Ziegler was smart enough to trade guys to the NFC that they're not going to, smart enough not to trade anybody to the AFC or our division that was going to cause a problem. We trade them motherfuckers to the NFC. But Waller is going to eat if he could stay healthy. And they got a good running game. Their defense is okay. And Eagles are going to be good. Eagles, they got a nice balanced offense. A.J. Brown, of course, that nice young quarterback, man, Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts, man. I like that kid. Stand-up kid. Somebody who looks like a leader and looks like he loves football, and he looks like he's somebody that's going to be a good quarterback for a long time. Devontae, what's his name? Not Devontae, Dante I'm not Dante Stallworth. Why am I thinking Dante Stallworth? Their wide receiver that won the Heisman Trophy for Alabama. Him, that offensive lineman that had that accident down there, killed those people. He's going to play well. I think he's a defensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of his name. I think he was picked 5th in the draft or some shit. CL, you know this guy's name. Tell me that guy's name. Smith, Devontae Smith. Thank you, Brother Trife. Is it Devontae Smith? Not Devontae. Is it Dante Smith? What's that boy's name? It's Dante, something like that. I don't know his first name, but Smith, man. He's going to get loose. Him and A.J. Brown are going to be a problem over there, man. That NFC East outside of the Washington Commanders ain't going to do shit. Okay. Washington Commanders will steal some games, but they're not going to do shit. They're not anybody you need to be worried about if you're in the NFC East. It's Devontae. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I can't think of that boy's name. Okay. But anyway. You guys, it's, one thing about me, man, here Matthew Shack Unfiltered, you're going to get Raider content because I'm a Raider fan, but I'm a football fan. Like, it's my job to know the league. It's my job to know that, bro. Like, I need to know what other teams are doing because several reasons. When we play against them, I need to know what we're up against. And second of all, if a player comes from another team, I need to know their capabilities. I need to know what they could do. Okay? But yeah, I just want to see what you guys thought about how you think your team is going to do. We got 2 weeks. We're going to see what's up. We're going to think about your competitors. As you can see, I could talk about every team. I talk about all these teams, bro. All these teams I talk about to all my friends. That's all I do, man. Talk football, basketball season, talk basketball. But shit, you duck like Dr. Van might be in a position to talk shit again. They might run it back. But anyway, that's the NBA. But yeah, you guys want to come in and talk about that. Let me read you guys' questions, see what you guys are talking about. Beautiful day here in LA. I came out here to smoke my Josh Jacobs cigar. Let me talk about the Josh Jacobs shit real quick, and then I'll move on, and then I'll read you guys' questions. Based on what I'm hearing, how the deal got closed was, for those of us that go to Vegas a lot, like myself, and go to casinos and stay in the nice places, Josh Jacobs, his agent, Chad, his name is Chad something, okay, and then Dave Ziegler, they all met for dinner at the Cosmopolitan restaurant called Scarpetta or some shit like that. It's an Italian restaurant. Very nice, very nice. Of course, it's on Dave Ziegler's dime, and they met up for the first time face to face, and they all got a chance to, over some drinks, over some expensive ass linguine and shit, with some clam sauce, and they made the deal happen. They worked out their details, and Josh Jacobs' deal is sweet. It's a sweet deal for 1 year. It's not a long-term deal. It's 1 year, but it isn't 10.1. Okay? Saquon Barkley, His deal was 10.1, franchise tag with a $900,000 in incentives, which could make him up to 11. Josh Jacobs' deal is crispy as fuck. His deal is guaranteed 11.8. Okay, so all these people that were running around talking about Josh Jacobs is making a mistake. He's not. His contract is guaranteed 11.8, which is what? Well over like 1.7 million more, 1.8 million more than Saquon. He only has $200,000 in incentives, you guys. Okay, only 200,000 in incentives. Why? Because because Dave was giving him the bread. Dave gave him the money. Dave gave him the money, dude. Zeke is getting 6. He's getting a 3 million base with it, incentives up to 6. So if Zeke hits every incentive, Josh Jacobs is getting double than what he's getting. Dalvin Cook has a 6 million base with incentives up to 8. Josh Jacobs by far got the bag out of everybody. Okay. So that's how that deal went about. 200K in incentives. That's basically, if you play 10 games, I mean, that's no money, dude. The money is up front. He's getting his money, dog. Now, he will be franchise tagged next year if he isn't traded or if they don't work out a long-term deal. Okay, it's going to be in the same situation. But I'll say this. If they franchise tag Josh again, Josh Jacobs, due to the fact that he's getting 12, he's going to hit the 200,000 in incentives. That's nothing. He's getting the 12. They'll have to franchise tag him next year at 14. Josh Jacobs' money next year is franchise tag is 14. It's 14, bro. If they franchise tag him next year, they have to pay him 14 minimum. That is what the number is, bro. Okay? So we'll see what happens. So let me read you guys. Let me see what you guys are talking about real quick, man. Like I said, I'm also out here chilling before the game tonight. Hey, man, salute to everybody that came to the watch party yesterday. Salute to you guys, man. We had a good time. And we're going to see about doing a watch party for the first game of the season. We're going to roll and see what's popping. Let me see what you guys are talking about right quick, you guys, man. See what's popping. Booty Bang, are you smoking that Cuban? Nah, man, this is a boutique cigar. I didn't smoke the Cuban, dog. I didn't smoke the Cuban. It wasn't big enough. It wasn't big enough deal. Okay? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, man. Raiders do some things that I feel is worthy. That Josh Jacobs deal was great, but I always said he was going to sign. So for me, once I pulled the Cuban out and I looked at it, and I'm like, dude, if I burn this Cuban up, I haven't been overseas in a minute, so I can't get nothing, bring nothing back. So for me, I said, man, let me just go ahead and hold on to that. Hold on to that. We got other shit coming. My birthday's coming up next month. Birthday's a good time to smoke Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Raiders win a playoff game, that might be worth smoking a Cuban. And if we win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be smoking a bunch of them. But hey, man, us, we're gonna see what's worthy or not smoking a Cuban. So no, I'm smoking a boutique. Bolong, by the way, the defense looked last night. They don't deserve to make the team. Like I said, a whole bunch of these dudes are they're definitely going to be door-to-door salesmen tomorrow. The shit, they're going to be knocking on doors in Vegas, talking about, hey man, I'm selling encyclopedias, and like, hey man, we don't need encyclopedias, bro. I mean, we got an internet. But they were like, hey man, well, can you buy some anyway, dog? Because I got to pay my rent. Shit. God. William Booster, the Jets looked okay. Dallas Raiders, we're going to need a lot of work. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of work. Brother Tito, what's going on, big dog? It's on, it's cracking. It is what it is. It's time, dog. William Booster, Denver doesn't look good. Denver is they're gonna run into a buzzsaw, bro. They're gonna run into a buzzsaw. Okay. A lot of wind out here is blowing my cigar out. Brother Tito, get ready to start slinging doo-doo. Do so, baby. It's going down. It's the big leagues. Yes, sir. You already know. Freedom first. Yo, I finally got a notification for a live, man. What's up, Mr. Unfiltered? Hey, man, appreciate you, dog. Oh, I forgot about the Colts. Freedom first. Hey, man, AR-15 looked good. Like, AR-15 was somebody who I was dogging out before the draft because, you know, he just looked like a running back. He looked like a running back that is playing the quarterback position. But he was slinging it. He was spinning it. And he was spinning it in those preseason games that I saw, bro. I had them games recorded, and I watched them. AR-15 looks like he's been working on his mechanics. He looked like he's been working on his footwork. He's been looking like he's been definitely working on his release points. He was spinning it, bro. I just hope you guys got receivers that can catch. But the Jonathan Taylor situation, I think Jim Irsay dropped the ball, big dog. Freedom first. I think Jim Irsay dropped the ball, man. Like, you got to work things out with these dudes, man. These young guys are not the players that we grew up watching. These guys are a lot more about themselves, bro. They're a lot more about their individuality. You can't expect these young dudes to be wanting them to be thinking about the team first, man. Those days are over, bro. Like, very few players do that nowadays. Okay. And Jonathan Taylor is a good running back, man. We understand he's injured, but shit, he got injured last year. But man, why don't you try to work something out with this dude, man? Work something out, you know. But Jim Irsay's a hard ass. He's a guy he's definitely a hard ass. He's definitely somebody who is gonna play hardball, bro. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like, you're not helping AR-15 by not having a running back of Taylor's caliber back there. You got to take pressure off of these quarterbacks that aren't elite. Okay? Trust me, bro. I have a quarterback who's not elite. Garoppolo's not elite. Garoppolo is a quarterback who he's made his bones with having great defenses and having offensive players to take the pressure off of him. That's why I think Jimmy G's going to look a lot better with Josh Jacobs back there, because they're going to be definitely looking for the run. If it's like, we don't have no running backs. We got these Zekes and Zamir Whites and these guys just running north south, getting hit, falling down. They're like, dude, we're going to dare you to run. We're just going to set up for the pass, bro. Like, we're just going to set up in coverage and just wait for you guys and Jimmy G's going to be under pressure. He's not running nowhere. He ain't no track star, bro. Okay. And unless the Bunny Ranch is getting ready to close, I don't think that he's going to have any incentive to run nowhere. Okay. Milk, what's going on? Garoppolo a baller? I hope so. I did see TB12, man. TB12 was on the sidelines yesterday, man. And when Garoppolo and Garbers and AOC and Hoyer walked out of the locker room, he told them, hey, man, ruined their night. But they didn't ruin their night. Okay. As far as what people are talking about, hey, man, have an AOC work with Tom Brady. Tom Brady's he's kind of drawing a line in the sand, you guys. He's saying, hey, man, I'm going to be a very passive owner. I'm very passive. I just want to chill. And he has a job. He's still going to be doing his commentary for Fox. He's still going to be on the road doing color commentating and all of that. So for all you guys are thinking that TB12 is going to be just chilling in Vegas saying, hey, AOC, come over here. Let me show you how to do this. And let me show you how to do that. And let me show you how to do this. He might say a couple of things to him, but he's not going to be like, hey, man, I'm your quarterback guru, man. Call me and text me anytime you have a question type of guy. Tom's got a job, bro. He's got a job. So we'll see what's going on with all of that. Carla, what's going on, Carla? No, last night our defense couldn't beat the Twin Falls Bruins. That's bad, dog. Like I said, man, that defense yesterday, I don't think they could have stopped Alabama's offense. I really don't think they could have. I think Alabama's offense would have scored some touchdowns on that, on our defense yesterday. Shabazz already told you I'm smoking a cigar. Julio Barrera, once again, speaking facts. Hey, man, dude, one thing about me, man, is I know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. A lot of people think that I'm just one-dimensional. As you can see, I was just running off on the whole league. Okay, that's just how I do it, dog. Okay. Edward Chaplin, not a lot of confidence in the Raiders organization. They need to prove it. Like I said, man, Josh McDaniels has everything he needs. I don't want to hear any excuses in regards to Josh McDaniels. Dave Ziegler's on my good side right now, dog. Right now, there's not going to be no more me bashing Josh and Dave. Dave is not getting any bashing from me after what he just did. He got Josh Jacobs, and Josh Jacobs will be in camp on Monday. They're signing the contract. He paid Josh his money. He ran him his money, dog. 12 million, 1.8 guaranteed, bro. That is a million more than Saquon Barkley, and Saquon has to hit his numbers to get that extra 900. All right, Josh doesn't have to. Josh is like 200,000. That means this is barely anything that he has to do, bro. Like barely anything. It's probably like, yo, you hit, shit. If you're talking about 200,000, it's probably like, hey man, you get over 200 carries, you get 100 grand. You score 6 touchdowns, you get 100 grand. I mean, it's gonna be something super simple. It's not gonna be a whole lot of incentives, dog. Like, so if Josh Jacobs becomes MVP, he'll get a bump on that. Just regular contractual type elevation clauses. You hit certain milestones, you'll get certain shit. But I just think that right now, Josh McDaniels is the only guy that's on the hot seat with me, bro. Nothing less than a Super Bowl, bro. I'm not trying to hear it. Okay, I'm not trying to hear, hey man, we beat the Chiefs. Man, that's not good enough. We should be beating the Chiefs anyway. Okay, we should beat the Chiefs at least once a year. Okay, we should beat everybody in our division once a year. Like, come on, dude. Like, I'm not gonna jump out the window. Making the playoffs, that's not good enough. Okay, winning a playoff game, still not good enough. Okay, so these are the kind of things that I'm talking about, man. You don't get to destroy the Raiders and take everybody out and bring everybody you want to bring in, and do that, and then we're sitting around making excuses. It's not gonna happen. Not with me, it ain't. Okay. Trouble the Ram, what's up, man? You ready for football? Me too, dog. Me too, Turb. Booty Bang, if the Raiders don't win the Super Bowl season, who's gonna take the fall? Hey, man, I don't think Josh McDaniels. If Josh McDaniels makes the Super Bowl, doesn't make the Super Bowl, but he has a good year, I think he'll be the coach. Man, who's standing in the wings, bro? Unless John Gruden. I mean, I'm just being honest with you guys. Who wants the Raider job? You got to understand who wants that job. And I think if Josh McDaniels has a pretty good year, he'll be the coach. I don't, you know how I feel about it. But at the end of the day, I want him to have a good year. But you don't get to do everything you did and underachieve, bro. You got to win a Super Bowl. You're Josh McGenius, remember? Like, come on, dude. You don't get to talk all that, and nothing happened. Okay. Trouble the Ram, I'm talking to Booty Bang. Carl Jenkins, a catastrophic lack of effort. I agree. Alex Bars is going to get cut. I agree, but he'll probably be on a practice squad. We need linemen. Trouble the Ram, talking about Dak Prescott last year. Finally, hey, I'm gonna tell you this shit right now, man. Jerry Jones already came out and said, see, this is how smart Jerry Jones is. Jerry Jones is smart as hell. He said, oh, the Trey Lance trade wasn't anything about Dak. It wasn't about Dakota. It was about us getting a young player. Come on, man. It is about Dak. It's about Dak because Dak is getting 40 million. Okay? 40. All right? That's a lot of money. And he has not done anything that he needs to do. Okay? He has to produce. Dakota got to produce, bro. If Dakota don't get it done, I'm not saying that Trey Lance will be the quarterback next year, but I'm not saying he won't. Let's understand who Trey Lance is. Trey Lance is not a small quarterback, man. Dak Prescott's not a small quarterback. Okay, I think Dak is 6'3" or 6'4" or some shit. Trey Lance is 6'4". Trey Lance is 23 years old. Okay, Trey Lance has a lot of upside. Okay, I think it was a good move. That's a 4th round draft pick, right? That 4th round draft pick means something. Just being honest with you guys, man. You just don't trade a 4th rounder for somebody that's a reclamation project. Hey, man, I'm just gonna, You know, you buy a 68 Mustang, dog, that's in good condition. You're not just sitting around. You're not just like, hey man, I just got it just to have it and look at it in the garage. You're really trying to drive it on the weekends. I ain't gonna, that's what it is. Win Boozer, Josh Jacobs going to make difference maker. I agree. Dallas Cowboys with the fire. You already know. Shabazz, I feel like our defense could improve. We haven't seen much of our starters, but our defense had one bad game this preseason, and those were our backups. But this is what I always say about that, Shabazz. I know everybody's saying, oh, they're backups this and they're backups that, but some of those guys that played are going to be on the team, you guys. Some of them dudes are going to be on the team, man. Let's just be honest, okay? And they're an injury away from being in a starting lineup. And some of those guys are going to be coming in nickel coverage. Some of those guys are going to be coming in on third downs, bro. They're going to be coming in, okay? I'm just saying, dog. I'm saying, no excuses, man. I don't want to hear it, okay? That 3rd and 25 that they were giving up yesterday, dog. I'm like, come on, dog. Duke Shelley is a free agent, bro. Let's not act like he's a scrub. He's somebody who's going to be coming in for sure, okay? He was getting toasted. Duke Shelley was getting his brakes burnt off, okay? And that's Josh Daniels' guy. That's somebody he went out and got. So, hey man, no excuses, man. I'm just making it clear in advance. Shabazz, first 2 preseason games, we brought the pressure. We did. We didn't have no pressure. No pressure, bro. We had 1 sack. Salute to the offensive line for the Raiders. We had no sacks yesterday. Nobody got sacked. Carl Jenkins talking to Shabazz. RP, what's going on, Pimp Juice? What about the deal with Britton Brown? Wilson looks strong. Got to play more under control. Get his wind up. Britton Brown, on the list that I saw, RP, was going to get cut. He was the odd man out. He was the person that was going to get cut. I didn't even see him on the list that I saw. It did not say anything about him making the practice squad. You got to understand, we got 4 running backs. We got 4 running backs in the room. You know Josh Jacobs isn't getting cut. You know Aziz not getting cut. Okay. You know Abdullah's not getting cut. Abdullah plays special teams. So he's a running back that is a Swiss Army knife guy. He's a guy that can come in and spell somebody, and he's also a guy that can come in and field punt returns. Not punt returns, kickoff returns, and he'll also play on kickoff coverage. So that's a guy that's taking up. He's playing 2 positions. He's playing special teams and he's a backup running back. Okay, and then they said Bolden, and I'm like, okay, Bolden makes sense because Bolden's a Patriot. That's one of Josh's guys. But Britton Brown's looking like he's not going to make the team unless he's on the practice squad. And from what I saw, it didn't look like he was going to make the roster, bro. But that Williams cat, man, I'm like, fuck, man, you got to put him on a practice squad or something, bro. But understand, you put people on the practice squad, they can be poached. Yeah, you put somebody on the practice squad, they can be poached. How you think we got Darren Waller? He's sitting on the practice squad with the Ravens. John Gruden saw his ass and said, hey, man, grab that dude, put him on our roster. And the rest is history. So you put your practice squad doesn't protect your players, bro. Practice squad is, hey, man, I see something I like. I'm willing to put him on my 53. He gone. But Williams was balling yesterday, man. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. Williams was running like I like to see a running back run, with effort and running with bad intentions. Alfredo Raider in the house. What's going on? Big dog out there in Nicaragua. What's going on, dog? Salute to all the international members of the Unfiltered Nation, Unfiltered fam. Said our defensive line has to put in pressure on the quarterback in order to have a chance to win games, because our backfield will probably be the same like last year. Our defensive backfield is I'm very curious to see how Marcus Peters and Marcus Epps look. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with Trayvon Morig, man. You know, that dude, he's always out of position. He's always missing tackles. He's never where he needs to be. So I guess we'll find out, bro. I don't have a whole lot of confidence. We all understand, who we got in the cornerback and safeties. We all understand that, man. But hey, we'll see. Amik Robertson, he's gonna make the team. One thing about Amik, we know he's small. We know he's always outsized, but his effort. That's a guy who plays with maximum effort. Okay, he has his shortcomings, pun intended, but that dude plays hard, bro. He plays hard, and he's really trying to cover. But he gave up a lot of catches too, dog. I mean, it's just like, just imagine when Travis Kelce's running around, dog. Imagine when Keenan Allen's running around. It's going to be. Imagine Jerry Jeudy and them what they're going to be doing on that defense, dog. It's just going to be. It's going to be sick, bro. It's going to be sick to my stomach watching that. Shabazz, our red zone defense looks the same. I agree. Looks very suspect, to say the least. Doesn't look like they're doing much. Carl said our MVP is Carlson. That's super right there, bro. That's super leg, man. That 62 yarder he hit yesterday would have made it at 67. Carlson is clutch, bro. He's not playing. I love that dude, man. That dude was saving our ass, man. We would have looked real bad. Man, we had 9 points by itself. Okay, but field goals, we already know if they're making touchdowns and we're kicking field goals, you already know what that means. That means welcome to the L party. You guys already know welcome to the L party. It's going down. If Carlson's kicking field goals and we're not punching it in, it's going to be a long season. Shabazz talking about offense. Turbo Duran talking about Alfredo Raider. Carlos Sanchez was going on Los. I was disappointed at last night's game. I was too, man. Because like I said before, everybody said preseason doesn't matter, y'all. You know, people that said that. I always say, man, if you're saying preseason doesn't mean anything, you're a casual fan. Just play your position, bro. You're not an aficionado. Every game counts, bro. Every practice counts. Everything counts. And regardless of whether or not they're third stringers or fourth stringers or whatever's out there, the people that are out there are playing at their level. I can understand if it's the first team playing against the third string or some shit. The second stringers and third stringers are playing against second stringers and third stringers. You're playing to your talent. You're playing into your ability. You're playing to your level of play. You should be playing better, bro. Period, point blank. And you don't let a guy who doesn't have a job on a practice squad in Will Greer throw for 300, 2 tubs, no picks, and run for 2. And had 60 yards rushing, bro. Like that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. But to the casual fan, it's only preseason, Shaq. Hey man, it was our third string. It was this and that. Like, dude, I'm like, I hear what you're saying, but you know, me and you aren't. You know, we're not on the same page, bro. We're not gonna ever be on the same page. I always expected the guys that were playing behind me to play to their level. Like if we had a blowout game, bro. And we put in those people, even when I played basketball, whoever it was, man, you go out there, dude, I expect you to do what you're supposed to do. If you're a defensive specialist, I expect you to lock somebody down. If you know, I'm using basketball as an analogy, if your ass is a motherfucking rebounder, I expect you to get some boards. Like, come on, dude. They're playing their scrubs and you're playing out there with them, dog. You should be dominating or at least playing as well as they are. We got totally outplayed. We got totally embarrassed, man. Okay? Good thing is these guys are going to be cut, but there was some people out there like Duke Shelley who was getting his doors blown off by second-string wide receivers and third-string wide receivers and tight ends. So there ain't no excuse for that. All right? Okay? Remember against the 49ers, Duke Shelley was the dude that played hot potato in the end zone and they scored a touchdown because he bobbled it. That was their first team. I think Brandon Ayuk caught that touchdown. That was their first team, dude. Duke Shelley was out there, okay, bobbling the football. It should have been 34-0, all right, but it wasn't. It was 34-7. Should have been 34-0, and guess what? The same guy was getting toasted by a quarterback that doesn't even have a job. Come on, man. Like I said before, man. I guess certain people, you guys are very comfortable with making excuses, and I'm very not comfortable making excuses. I hate excuses, bro. I'm the guy that'll say we got our ass whooped. I'm the guy that's gonna say we got toasted. I'm the guy that's gonna say we thought we were eating and we weren't. Okay. XG, what's going on? Our defense refused to cover running backs out the backfield again. This is a year that will be the same. When you got blown assignments, their fullback, bro, was wide the fuck open on touchdowns, man. He was wide the fuck. They just kept running the same fucking play. I'm like, dude, who's watching the running backs coming out of the backfield? They weren't running on us. They were just fucking passing the ball and getting racked. Just run after the catch, just running up our ass. Like, dude, there's no excuse to have blown coverages play after play after play. 3rd and 15, they get 18. Like Greer ran for 18 yards on a 3rd and 15. This motherfucker ran for 18 yards, bro. Come on, dude. That has nothing to do with 3rd string, 4th string, and all that. That has to do with people out there who don't want a job, man. You don't want a fucking job, bro. They were just running the same plays over and over again. Stop till you stop it. We're gonna do the same shit. So that's what it is. Trevor Durant, week 1. That's what matters. Get ready. True. Shabazz, when Carr had the freedom, he played decent. I felt like McDaniels let Jimmy go out and cook. He probably will, because Josh McDaniels understands it's all on him now. Josh McDaniels had a very good fucking excuse. He walked into the Raiders situation. He played it right. He told everybody what they wanted to hear. And when he got a chance to throw a Carr under the bus, he did. We know Carr didn't play as well as he should have played, but let's understand that we do know that Josh McDaniels wasn't running his real offense, bro. Because remember when Jarrett Stidham, not Jarrett Stidham, when Jarrett Stidham got the starting job against the Chiefs, I saw plays I never saw before. I never seen the Raiders run a jet sweep all season until that game. That's when he said, okay, I'm going to call my real plays. And what happened? We didn't win. Then I was at the 49er game on New Year's. Same shit. I saw plays I never saw before. I'm like, wow, Josh, you decided to pull your real plays out. But still didn't win. Okay? So we're going to see. Shabazz says, we put Parker on the IR so he won't take a roster spot if we don't cut him. I know that, but you know, I'm hearing out of Las Vegas that the cut is looking like that could happen. You know, so we'll see. If they put him on IR, so be it. But I heard that he was going to not be on the team, but we'll find out. We're going to soon find out. All right. Dr. Van, what's going on, bro? What's happening, man? Hope everything's cool out there in Denver, man. Tell your daughter I said hello. Guar Webb, what are the consequences if Josh McDaniels doesn't get it done? It all depends on what Mark wants to do. You got to understand, man, Mark Davis is the happiest he's been ever as the owner of the Raiders. He's happy. Doesn't mean the Raider Nation's happy. He's happy. The owner's happy, dog. Look at how his fortunes have changed, bro. Look at how his fortunes, in the past, going into the 4th year, he went from being in Oakland, stadium that I grew up in, to the Death Star, to owning a WNBA team that just won the WNBA title, to Tom Brady being a co-owner under him, to making more money than he's ever made as an owner of this team. Okay? Raiders went from being the 30th most valuable team in football to like the 8th most valuable team in football. That boy, man, Mark Davis is grinning through his teeth, bro. He may not be winning on the field, but he's winning at the bank. Trust and believe that. Death Star will be paid off this year. He done had I'm gonna have to go, man. My battery's dying, so I'm gonna make this quick, and I'll come back in after tonight's game. I'm gonna go ahead and go. My battery's getting low. The draft that they had 2 years ago was the greatest thing ever, man. That draft was off the hook. It should always be in Vegas. He had the Pro Bowl. He had the draft. He has a Super Bowl. He's getting paid off of Taylor Swift concerts and Beyonce concerts and everybody that's performing in there. The dude has more money than he's ever had in his life. He's happy. Okay? Raiders have to win. If the Raiders win, he's happy. If the Raiders don't win, his bank is happy. So we'll see. All right, you guys, love y'all out there, man. I'm going to go ahead and go home, man. Get ready for this game. I will be on after that game. Love all y'all out there, man. I'll holler at you guys, man. Matty Shack Unfiltered.